Hello everyone. Well, I primarily play Magic nowadays. Way back in middle school I was into Yu-Gi-Oh! And I thought it would be a fun exercise to take one of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards I used to enjoy playing with and convert it into an MTG equivalent. The card I want to look at is Roulette Barrel. This is a machine-type monster card with the effect, once per turn, you can roll a 6-sided die twice, choose one result, and destroy one monster in the field whose level is equal to the result. Now obviously, to make this into an MTG card, a number of changes will have to be made. Let's tackle the mana value first. Now Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't use a mana system, so we'll have to make one up for Roulette Barrel. However, because the card's effect destroys monsters based on their level, and we need an MTG equivalent to that anyways, I think we can safely convert the concept of level from Yu-Gi-Oh! To mana value for Magic. Undoubtedly, if we were to attempt to convert several cards from one game to the other, this can cause balancing issues, but as we're only looking at one card here, I think we'll be fine. So because Roulette Barrel is a level 4 monster, we'll convert it into a creature with mana value 4, but what should its color or colors be? Roulette Barrel as a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card has a light attribute, which we could say translates best to the color white in Magic. However, due to the random nature of its effect, we could also say that Roulette Barrel should be red. I think for simplicity's sake, if our goal is to create a card that would make sense in Magic while also being equivalent to the original, we should go with both white and red, making Roulette Barrel a Boros card. I don't want to dwell too much on the mana value, let's just say it will be cost of 2 white and red. Next will be the power and toughness. Roulette Barrel has an attack of 1000 and a defense of 2000, which are absurd numbers for Magic, so those have to change. I think the important thing here is to maintain the balance between the two values, in other words have a toughness twice as large as the power, with both values being proportionate for a 4 mana value creature. We could chop up all the zeros from Roulette Barrel's attack and defense, making it a 1-2, but honestly, that 2000 defense makes the card feel like it should be a decent blocker too. So I like the idea of Roulette Barrel as a 2-4, that feels like the right balance to me. Last thing before we get into rewording the effect of the card, let's look at the types. Roulette Barrel is a machine/effect monster. We can simply drop the effect part of its typing, but what about machine? The closest Magic equivalent is probably construct, so let's go with that. But also because we're talking a machine monster and turning into a construct creature, let's make it an artifact as well. Now comes the final part, the effect, which will become our rules text. Since this is an activated effect in Yu-Gi-Oh!, we should have it as an activated ability for our Magic card. How this ability should be costed is a bit tricky to determine. We'll maintain the once per turn clause and the fact that the ability can only be activated during your turn with the line activate once per turn only as a sorcery, but that still leaves the cost of the ability. It's free in Yu-Gi-Oh!, but at 0 mana feels a bit too strong in Magic. We don't want it to be high cost either, since that goes against the spirit of the conversion. I think 1 generic mana to activate will be fine. As I mentioned previously, we will be converting level into mana value for this card, so Roulette Barrel will be able to destroy creatures between mana values 1 and 6, if those are our possible dice rolls. One last thing to do is make some templating changes to the card's rules text. Our final version now reads, pay 1 mana to roll 2d6, choose 1 result, and destroy 1 target creature whose mana value is equal to the result. Activate only once per turn, only as a sorcery. And there you have it. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel, and let me know in the comments if there is more of this type of content you would like to see.